We want to know the true secrets, and for those who seek these true secrets, to understand knowledge, to understand wisdom, and to understand. Those are the three pillars of the temple and the tree of life. Understanding and wisdom are partners, and knowledge is the glue that unites them together. But how is it we can come to understand these things when, in all honesty, nobody is revealing them? It is difficult. It is a great task, and so many people are groping in the dark, looking for answers, looking for these things, and yet they discover nothing. Very few occult writers have taken the pains upon themselves to look into the heart of humanity, to comprehend the complexity of the spirit, and to understand that knowledge of truth should be revealed. It should not be concealed. Why? Why would it be concealed? Only those who are capable will even understand. Only those who have prepared themselves will ever come to comprehend these great mysteries. We recall that Blavatsky and other occult writers at the turn of the last century made great progress, but did not lead us to the light, did not explain, only presented certain ideas. It is one thing to say that you are a Kabbalist, a Theosophist, a Theurgist, or whatever. All those are just titles. They're vanity. The truth, however, is in the details, is it not? It's in the working and practical knowledge of a system. Now, many of my discussions do not deal with the elevation of consciousness, do not deal with the practical aspects of tarot, for example, the tree of life, the path workings. And that is because these initiates have deliberately altered the whole scheme, the whole system, including the astrological charts, the signs of the zodiac, the combinations of the Hebrew letters along the paths are not correct according to the Golden Dawn. In time, I will reveal that. I will reveal that the tree is bifurcated, and the middle pillar is the equilibrium or balance, but the tree is male and female. It is Adam and Eve. That is a secret. We want to know those secrets. I want to discuss one specific secret that is so significant, but it is complex. It is difficult for those who have a deep religious inclination to grasp how the initiates took these ideas, this knowledge, this wisdom, and placed it into the veil behind the narrative in the Bible. The names, the places, all of these things are highly symbolic. However, there is a code, and it can be understood. Once you have the keys to understand, it all descends upon you. Once you open that part of your consciousness to comprehend these great mysteries. All is revealed. The complex code of Scripture deals specifically with Elohim and Jehovah. But first we must understand how these Hebrew words are able to create a mathematical complex. Let's take Jehovah for example. You have 4 letters, 12 mysterious changes can be made with those 4 letters. That's just words. Eliaphis, Levi, Pappus, they mention these things, but provide no substance or guidance to understand what the Gilgal is, which is the wheel, and what the Merkava is, the conscious wheel of time. Now what is that? Let us consider Jehovah first. 4 letters. Yod, He, Vah, He. Now there is a distinction here. Adam and Eve are actually Adam and Kiva, or Kayeth, Vah, He. 568 in reverse. 144. Earth and Venus. Yod He Vah He, however, is Yod and then He Vah He, not Kayeth Vah He. Kayeth has a hard sound. He is like an aspiration of breath, like a vowel or a consonant. The variation in the distinguishing in the manner of the vocalization is energy. And so the word, capital W-O-R-D, is significant for a vibration of energy. Yod, when it is written in plenitude, is Yod, Va, Daleth, 164, written out, or 1/64, that is 1/64. What is the missing volume of Thoth? What is the missing volume but 1/64? What is the eye of Ra but a volumetrical concept? For the eyes are what perceive volume. However, it's geometrical. So how do we describe this? Take 64, the eye of Ra, break it into its parts, and combine them again, and you will be missing 1/64. How you say 1/64, 1/32, 1/16, 1/8, 1/4, 1/2. Add them. 63/64. 1/64 is missing. And Thoth filled in that volume. Now who is Thoth but the moon? We're talking electromagnetism. We're talking an electromagnetic coupling between the earth and the moon, which creates a harmonic resonance in the movements. And so we say the moon turns on its axis in 27.3 days. And yet at the same time, it revolves around the earth in the precise amount of time, 27.3 days. Now, Takufat Hashana is the annual orbitings. Shana in Hebrew is the lunar orbit, which is Sha, Na, Shin, Nun, He. 355. 355 days of the lunar cycle. Now think. Divide that by 27.3, which is the sidereal revolution of the moon around the earth. 13 times 27.3. Now this synodic representation of the lunar asterisms, the new moon to new moon, full moon, waxing, waning, is 29.58 days. Multiply that by 12. Take these numbers. Consider what I am about to tell you. In many of these occult schools, which are closed to the public, there's only a few. They don't teach these secrets. They don't teach this sacred wisdom. The Shana is the word. The word is Jehovah. And Yod 164, He 565 is a division of the moon, a combination which reveals a secret cycle of time. It explains the yugas. It explains all of it. And I will reveal all of it. Hevahe 565 multiplied by 12, 6,780, the circumference of the moon. So think, one revolution of the moon, 6,780 miles it turns. 27.3 days. 565. One division. 1/64th. The missing volume. Now these are simply clues. Combine 164, 565, you get 729. 9 cubed. That is, 9 times 9 times 9 is 729. 729. Now, 8 times 8 times 8. 512. 512. 729. There is a ratio, 8 to 9. That is the tone. Now, take the square. Give it a side of 9. The circle inside that square will also have a diameter of 9. However, the area of that square that the circle is involved in is in the ratio of 8 to 9. Now, to cube this, that is to give volume, you must take that ratio, 8/9, and multiply it to the third power. In doing so, we discover the grand secret of electromagnetic dynamism between the Earth and the Moon and its revolutions. They're harmonic. They're based on electromagnetic phasal transitions. And this is how the initiates encoded this knowledge. For example, in Revelations, the Apocalypse of St. John, where it speaks of the beast and the great harlot, or the Babylon the Great. Now, Babylon is the same as Mount Zion. It is a mathematical construct. It is an elevation of scientific principles. There is a coupling between the beast and the woman, the harlot, who sits upon many waters. What is it? It's electricity and magnetism. And I can show that conclusively. It is actually fairly simple. But of course, with our religious indoctrination and the training that we have received over our entire lives, going back into history from our families, there's such great difficulty to remove those veils that have been embedded as reality and truth. So Jehovah is the cube of space, which contains a sphere And in that, the whole thing can be unraveled. Very simply, I offer these basic clues, but they are not empty. They do not lead to nowhere. They lead to the details of these truths that all the wise initiates of the past did not reveal. Now, there is a reason for that. The oaths, of course, but mainly because they didn't know. They didn't. They spend their lifetimes searching for these things. However, did not discover them. It's not because they weren't worthy. It wasn't the right time. Now is the time. We are reaching a grand apex in the cycle, a specific alignment of Sirius in Cancer, and of the sun, or Ra, Aten Ra, that is the revealed one. Amen Ra is the concealed one. Aten Ra. Ra is in the transition from Virgo to Leo. The initiates did not look at the astrological zodiac in the manner in which it is being presented to us in our time. The opposite sign was the ruling sign, and there was key positions that were developed from a complex understanding. Let me give you an example. Take the diameter of the Earth of 7,920 miles equatorially. The magnetic diameter is 7,992 miles. The variation is roughly 16 miles at each pole. Magnetically, where in the north it is absorbed, and in the south it is expelled. And then the poloidal and toroidal motions of the Earth's magnetosphere, that complex spiral, is all electromagnetic. It goes through phasal transitions. And so the beast, 666, the number of mankind, is a harmonic frequency of that magnetosphere. 666 times 12 is 7,992. That is a clue. It will lead you to a complex understanding. The dragon breathes life, Kaya, the vital fluid of the magnetic vital fluid, Mim in Hebrew. It breathes life upon the beast. Now the beast emerges out of the sea, the magnetosphere. It has 7 heads. How? Draco. Take a look at the Draco constellation. If you look at the pole, you may see at the center. Draco rules the 7 heads. In the precession of the equinox, there are 7 pole stars, where Mayat is a perfect line of measure or justice between Vega and Polaris, a perfect line of measure. That is the vulture goddess. You will see that in Egypt. Neket. Now, there are 7 pole stars in the precession of roughly 26,000 years. Draco's head is inside. It goes out with a tail. Think about that in Revelation. The tail drags 1/3 of the stars of heaven. It is a measure of time. Now, the dragon rules the north, where the inspiration is received for the earth. Inspiration inspira is magnetic vital fluid. It is the energy that is consciously connecting the earth to the all. Now consider for a moment. The beast has 7 heads. This is close to an octave. Think. 7 heads of Draco, the pole stars, breathing life in the procession of the equinoxes upon the earth. So the beast's number is a representation of the idea of a volumetrical form of a sphere, which is the circle inside the square, becoming volume, a sphere inside the cube. Each transition, 6 sides, 12 lines, 3 interior directions. Each one of those numbers is significant, and Jehovah is the code which reveals the secret cycle of time.